Запрошуємо до слова.
Now the floor is given to Colonel Oleksandr Motuzyanyk, Ministry of Defense of Ukraine spokesperson on ATO-related issues. Good afternoon, everyone. Now, information about the main events that happened yesterday in the region of anti-terror operation. So today's briefing, we start with good news. During last 24 hours, in the result of military actions, no Ukrainian serviceman was killed or wounded. And on the whole, yesterday, along the line of confrontation, the enemy delivered 23 shellings at the positions of Ukrainian armed forces, and in the majority of cases, Ukrainian forces returned adequate fire in return in order to stop enemy provocations. Now, information in more detail about the sectors. The Lugansk sector, the enemy was active after 4 p.m. when the militants opened fire at the direction of defenders of Nova Alexandrivka. They used anti-aircraft gun, automatic grenade launchers, and small arms. This was precision shelling that lasted for about 1.5 hours. And the Ukrainian forces returned fire with the use of grenade launchers and small arms. And then at about 6 p.m., the enemy was active in the region of Popasna and Krymske, but heavy weapons was not used. Also, the defenders of Krymske and Lobacheva came under enemy fire. Also, the enemy used exclusively small arms there. So on the whole, during last 24 hours in the Lugansk sector, Russian occupation forces violated ceasefire 8 times. All the shellings were precision ones, and nearly in all instances, Ukrainian defenders were forced to return fire. The Donetsk sector, the flash spot was in the region of Avdiivka and Zaitsevo. Firing provocations carried out by the enemy happened in the second part of the day. At about 4 p.m., the enemy used anti-tank grenade launchers, machine guns, and small arms against the defenders of Avdiivka industrial zone. The fire was delivered from the side of Yakovlevka and Spartak. Our servicemen returned fire with the use of weapons that is not banned by Minsk Accords. Also in Zaitsevo, the enemy shelled our positions in the evening, starting 7 till 9 p.m. Heavy weapons was not used. Moreover, our positions near Novoselivka Druga came under enemy fire. There the enemy also used only small arms. In the region of Svetlodarsk-Balch and the Donetsk airport, there were no enemy provocations. And yesterday in the Donetsk sector, the enemy delivered 5 precision shelling, and in each case, Ukrainian forces returned fire. The Mariupol sector, here, yesterday the enemy was the most active. At about 1 a.m. the enemy delivered 2 shellings of our positions in the region of Talakivka. The fire was delivered with the use of small arms and large caliber machine guns. Also, Lebedinska and Shirokina came under enemy fire. There, the Russian occupation forces used small arms. And also, starting 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., it was relatively calm on this part of front line, but at 5 p.m. the enemy opened fire in the direction of defenders of Pavlopil and Vodyane. This time the militants used the APC weaponry, hand grenade launchers, and small arms. On the whole, yesterday in the Mariupol sector, the enemy carried out 10 shellings of our positions. Heavy weapons was not used. We should note that in each instance, the Ukrainian forces returned fire, and this was done by the detachments of the armed forces of Ukraine. So the community of Mariupol presented a detachment of Marines with a flag to mark the Day of Defenders of Ukraine. In the ceremony held in detachments of Operative and Tactical Unit Mariupol, military personnel and was presented with the flag by the community of the city. For the excellent completion of the tasks, the servicemen of the battalion were awarded with highest award by the Armed Forces of Ukraine and community of Mariupol, and 2 servicemen of the battalion were decorated with the Order of the President of Ukraine, the Order for Courage, 3rd class. Thank you.